Hello, all you beautiful people of Upland, and especially to all the people in the Woodhood, in the Detroit Racing League, in the Vatican House, in the Eye, and in my racetrack called Green Acres. Today, we're going to be talking about a whole bunch of things related to Upland and related to racing and related to the community and the membership in the community. So Upland is a real estate property game. It's very enjoyable. I've been playing for a while, but I decided to go ahead and put my money where my mouth is, so to speak, and develop a track and a track with a purpose. And so this is Detroit, obviously. And if you go all the way up to the northern part, you see Green Acres. And I developed a track called the Farmer John Green Acres Sprint Track. And the purpose of this is kind of what I heard about Detroit previous, 2, 3, 4, 5 years is that whenever the property market imploded, there were a whole bunch of vacant lots, vacant houses, and a whole bunch of the community members got together and decided to create a community garden and multiple community gardens because feeding each other and gardening is the revolution because humans have very basic needs, and one of the extreme basic is that we have to eat. And what a better way to assert your independence and assert your lack of dependency is to feed yourself. And so community garden is kind of why I decided to call Green Acres my track home. And this track has a purpose. So part of what we're going to do is we're going to interview other people, and I'll get to that in a second. But we're also going to create videos. So I already have 2 videos out on compost. I'm creating a third, and that allows you to get the basic soil composition correct because good soil equals good plants equals good food. Soil needs to be living and soil needs to be dynamic, and compost helps create a good dynamic living soil. But we're going to give away seeds. I'm educating through the YouTube videos. We're going to interview people. And the reason I chose Green Acres in addition to the community garden revolutionary aspect is because over on the west side of the Green Acres is a street called Livernois, and it ends on 8 Mile. And Livernois Avenue is going to be part of the Avenue of Fashion. So Tosshead is creating this community, and as you can see over here, this bright blue is mine. These light blue are other players. The FSA I cannot buy; those are for new players, and the green are for sale properties. And I'll show you the track here in a second. But the Avenue of Fashion goes all the way down, bordering on the west side of Green Acres. And like I said, Tosshead is creating that. Oops. And you come down here to Sherwood Forest. Sherwood Forest is my home address. So if you look here, my home address is 3333 Sherborne Road, which is actually right here. And I already have a house on it. It's actually on the track that the Woodhood is created. And so tons of building, tons of property being set up just right north of the 7 Mile Road. Okay. So the Avenue of Fashion on the west, Sherwood Forest or Woodhood to the south, and Green Acres is mine, the track up to the north. The Woodhood is full of wonderful community members that really support each other. Really, the love that I feel in that community is there. It's a positive community. It's headed by SFFTG or John Henry, and the people really support each other in the Woodhood. It is a dynamic group of random strangers that have really come together and coalesced into a wonderful neighborhood. So that's Detroit. A couple other things that I want to discuss is there is a node over here in the Evergreen Lasher 7-8 area. I do have some properties over here. It's called the Vatican House. There is a new one that is being developed over here. I have one property called the Eye. And then the last thing I'm going to discuss is down here, where as you can see, I have a few properties in the neighborhood Gretoit town. I don't know how to pronounce that. So this is a development by CMAVs and the Detroit Racing League. And CMAVs has kind of come up with some tracks as well and is really pushing the envelope in rebuilding Detroit. And I'm glad to be a part of this community as well. So, so some of what I want to do is, like I said, give back. And here is the track. So let me stop share for a second. Okay. So this is the actual Green Acres Farmer John sprint track. As you can see, it has some rather tight curves, some tight turns. It is 1.6 miles total. And I actually plan on producing 2 NFTs with the help of the NFT architect, who is part of the Woodhood as well. And one is basically complete, one is being produced as of right now. And so these NFTs will kind of give a little bit of ownership to the track. I have, I think, 10 sponsors, and they will get a specific designated NFT that they can use for whatever they want. But it signifies that they are specifically part of the Green Acres track. Okay, and so that is kind of my idea behind the Green Acres, the Detroit, the Upland experience that I've had. In the future, I plan on giving away more staking Spark. And so far, I've sparked on 2 of the sponsors' properties that they have been building. I'm going to continue that for a while. Going to do other things like, giveaways for properties and that type of thing. But ultimately, we want to give back in a community garden. Remember that gardens are revolutionary and they are important. Thank you much for watching. Appreciate it.